Hello, this is a first submitted run of Curse of the Crescent Isle DX Speedrun mode. Timer starts when you select your character. Here we go. This game involves a lot of platforming. It's not too difficult. There are a few tricky areas where you have to work around the game design. But overall, it's a pretty straightforward game. Requires a lot of you picking up these monsters that have been turned in from human. Later on, some of them will give me abilities, which we'll see soon. This may not be a deathless run. Maybe one here or there, because this is a first submitted run. There'll be room for improvement. This part just requires collecting all these relics scattered across this tower, and then placing them in those stones. You don't have to get them in any order, but you can't access the very top relic until you do, or collect the one that I just did right there. You cannot access these platforms to get it. One you have to jump from that platform to get, otherwise you will not fit in that gap to collect it. That was a really good first split there. First split will time once the dialogue starts. Scroll through dialogue. Depending on if you're using keyboard or controller, you're using a PS4 remote, and scroll through dialogue, you have to hold down the circle button, which is actually a button that's not even used in the game. It serves no purpose except to scroll through dialogue. No other button will actually scroll through it. I don't know why. And here we come across our first ability, which is the drill, which is used primarily, just in this case, to destroy these blocks. It is actually faster to pick it up once it's already in your possession to do a small jump first. That way it skips the animation of Big Papa trying to pick it up. One will flip you up to the ceiling. If you advance through those spikes there on the bottom too fast, you'll take damage, so you kind of have to take baby steps around through it. Part's a little tricky. Gonna have to manipulate this jump here by jumping off at the right time. There we go. That's actually the only way I know how to get through that. sure there's a proper way. And we're coming across our first boss. Just took damage there. Basically, you have to destroy one of those blocks by throwing at it. And then what will happen is this eye will pop out and you throw the drill at the eye. You repeat this 2 more times. And there we go. There's a nice little glitch you can do to where you can actually hit the eye and the block in one throw, but it requires a specific throw that I've not yet quite figured out. We've only been able to do it once, completely on accident. Oh, nice. This might be an instant kill based on the spikes. I've had it happen once. The falling spikes sometimes bounce up and will hit the eye on its own. Pretty, first split as soon as the door opens. For the next one. And then we're gonna go straight through the door. That's the first boss. This next part, you just keep advancing to the right until you would get to the next area. This next part will introduce the next ability. If you fall in the water here, you will die. Unless you have the next ability. Ooh, that was close. There we go. This little guy right here, it's basically an ice pick. He will solidify the water so you can cross it, and those fireballs will also solidify that. It's actually the first time I got that in one cycle. So now I have to do that every time. I did not know it's possible. Part here, you just need to time your jump on the fireball. There we go. And you need it for this part here as well. There we go. Not sure the purpose of that area. It's pretty simple. It has its own password. I don't understand why. Probably you just fall down. Oh. Nope. There we go. Then advance to the right. There's a little over there. This part can get a little annoying because you have to make specific bounces on these fireballs. There we go. This part here, you can just do this. There we go. Him, go right here. I jumped too early. May have to wait for the next cycle. Oh, no, we got it. And that's that section. part takes some pretty accurate jumping. One small misstep, you can fall into the water. Actually, we don't need that. We need this guy. We need that to solidify the water. There we go. So you can jump up here. The game intended to use the ice pick and then carry over this guy so you can jump up here. If you use the ice pick sooner, you can't access that area. So, little trickery. And here comes the second boss. Naja. Basically have to freeze one of the fishes so that you can pogo up to it. Oh, I missed the quick hit. You can quickly pogo the first fish that the Naja boss will spit out, and then quickly hit him there. And then now all you have to do is just throw the ice pick at it 3 times. Put that in there. No. If you can't fit it in between, you can just jump over and get there. There we go. That's pretty good RNG right there. There's been some cases where I've gotten into, and it may have been a glitch, where Naja will only have 3 fish there instead of 4. Split right here. But I don't know what causes it. I think it was pretty random. And it only happened once. But it was really, really good RNG because you don't have to wait for the top fish to be gone to throw the ice pick. This next section will introduce the enlarger. And these are really annoying spiky dudes. You can't, those are just enemies you can't do anything about. Oh, best to avoid them. This next part you can just keep advancing and they'll jump over you, but the first part you have to avoid them, which I did not. So we're back to full health, so that's good. Fall in the water there, you die, you have to restart the whole screen, which is a huge time loss. So the enlarger will basically make whatever you bounce on it very big. And for the most part, you only need it for the beginning there in that screen. Oh crap, you actually need this guy, or any of the others. It's okay. Minor time loss. Should have bounced them back this way. And no. Hold on. We're gonna have a time loss here. There we go. Oh no. Go back. Alright, that was not supposed to happen. That was supposed to be one quick jump over after enlarging it, but I actually messed up. And actually messed up the strat here. You don't have to wait. You don't have to walk all the way across the ice blocks. You can melt the first 2 that you land on and drop straight down. But I completely forgot to do that. So, rip. And I actually need that guy. Look at me forgetting strats. Here. The game intends you to do things a certain way, but you actually don't have to in some of these screens. You can kind of just make your way through. This next part requires a very specific throw across a water gap. It's really easy to mess up because it requires a late throw. Right here, we got it. It's very easy to get that ice block stuck on the top platform there that you have to jump across. You basically have to jump as far as you can, and then throw, and then move back before you fall in the water. This part we have to put that guy there. Jump on him and advance forward. You're going to take a hit there. It's minor damage boost. Again, this is all unintentional. The game actually wants you to use the ice pick so you can walk across the water and then advance with the drill, but you don't have to do that. This room will actually show a very cool skip I found. It's very unintentional. That right there. Whenever you hit a destructible item or an enemy by throwing it, the item will always come back. And in that case, you're able to jump over the ice block and have it come back to you once you jump over it. That was really dumb. Alright, I need actually that. Oh, I need him. Oh crap! I need him to come back. I need to enlarge. Damn. It's okay. Okay. There we go. Do this. Trying to find a different, faster way than doing it like this. See, as the item comes back to you once you hit it, that is how the first skip there is done. This part here is very tricky. Requires pretty precise platforming. It's not a long room, but if you die, you have to start all the way at the beginning, and it's very easy to fall just like that. So thankfully that was somewhat near the beginning, and we're gonna try this. Normally that would be a reset, but since this is a first submitted run, we're just gonna keep going. The ideal there, you can make that jump from the bottom ice block, but it's a lot easier to go from the top. It is slightly faster to go from the bottom. I don't know, maybe? I don't know why I attempted it there. It felt like it would be faster, but it wasn't. But yeah, it's very easy to die. It requires very specific jumping. You basically don't want to wait too long on those ice blocks either, because they will melt and you will fall. Comes a third boss, which is going to be so fast that it'll be hard to explain. Basically, you just have to throw the drill at these little eyes. The fight is intended that you jump up here to these platforms and do it one at a time, but you can also just wait and be right next to it when it does fall. Split when the door shows up. It's actually over here. Or you can just do it when the music chimes in. And just go through the door. Now this next section of levels are on. Man, I should not have done that. That was bad. Are the probably toughest platforming in the game. As it is the last area, that was bad. There we go. There's one screen coming up here near the end. It's actually the second to last screen before you get to the final boss, which if you die, you lose maybe 2 to 3 minutes because of the screen being so long to complete. Let's hope that does not happen here. Yeah, that was bad. All we have to do is make this guy small. It's an awkward spot to have him in. So that you can fit through this gap here. I believe the next screen is it. Or actually no, we have the wind room. This one can be pretty tricky. You can't jump until the wind is in your favor or you will fall off. I lost many minutes in this room in my practice. Mainly on this section right here. So it requires somewhat of a patience right there. Whew, that was close. Alright, we have to wait for this one. There we go. There's also another mechanic of the game that I haven't explained yet. You've probably noticed by now is when you jump against the ceiling, you basically hug the ceiling with your head. And that allows you to slide across the ceiling for as long as the momentum of the jump is there. That is very helpful in a lot of jumping situations. So this is the room to where, I believe it's this one, if you die, you are losing a lot of time. Get through this pathway. Somewhat of a maze. So minus, I think, like the 2 deaths I had, it's not too bad. We're fine. And there's a lot of optimization still to be made for this game. This next screen as well, if you die, as you just seen right there, it just pretty much panned the entirety of the level. It is a huge, huge time limit if you die. It's very unfortunate because you're right near the end of the game. These basically flip in rotation whenever you rotate the guy here. I haven't quite figured out the most optimal way to get through these. They're kind of tricky. This next part coming up here, depending on the rotation they're in, can either be really easy or really hard. Here you just need them to break the block here. And by waiting an extra little second, it'll apply pressure to the block, giving it an extra hit compared to having to do it an extra amount of time. Part here is the one I was talking about. The rotation's a little messed up. So that was not intended at all. That's it. Part here, we're just gonna talk to this guy. door is going to show up. And there's a door to the right over there. I believe that is the door that only unlocks when you've collected all of the gold coins. And here's the final boss. Time will be on the last hit. First pattern, you just need to jump onto these targets. First hit is when you do this. Okay. Next part, you need to manipulate these legs into falling into the areas of water. We'll then get a drill. We're then gonna throw it. A few more cycles. This next part, you need to kind of advance off screen a little bit. Crap, why did I just take that hit? And then allow, wow, this drill to show up. No! I'm gonna have to do this YOLO. One hit. Next we're going to be waiting on a ice pick to fall down. There it is. Very lucky that did not register a hit. And no. So this last part hopefully won't take too long. Not going to one cycle, or at least one shot. But basically on that part you just need to get high enough to where you can either throw it at him or pogo him. Wow, I took a hit there. It's very easy to get hit by these random items because you only have so much area to jump to. Oh boy. The strat for this part is just be on the right side of it and then jump over the gap as soon as it gets near you. Advance off screen a little. Dodge these. We'll shoot 3 and then you can go. What I should have done the first time. Same thing, advance off screen a little. Ah, crap. Took a hit, unfortunately, but lucky enough this next part is really easy. Just have to dodge the oncoming attacks and wait for that item to come over. And time will be you hear that music chime. And there you go. So that is the run. The time difference probably is it does not include maybe a few loading screens or maybe even possibly the deaths. And that'll do it. That is Curse of the Crescent Isle. This will be the first submitted run. Thank you for watching.